Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading a multi-character expositor by me. So let's get into it. Venti. Sometimes you wanted nothing more than to just rest by your side. And if that meant using your thighs as pillows, then he was not ashamed of it. There was no shame in doing what he thought was right and wanted to do. And that's precisely why he decided to do this. You were just writing something on a piece of paper when all of a sudden he took it from your hand, put it away on the table, and made himself comfortable on the couch next to you, his head resting on your lap, and you just stared in stunned silence. With him doing everything so fast, you could only stare and do nothing else. Venti, I have so many questions for you right now. What do you think you're doing taking my paper away like that? Just getting what I deserve. I deserve to be loved and spoiled by you, Mayan. And you've been quite busy lately, so I suppose I took matters into my own hands. Surely you don't mind. Well, what if I do? Do you have a problem with that? Nope, not at all, darling. Because I know you won't leave me right now. Come on, give me a kiss, he said. That tone-deaf bard. Sometimes he knew how to get on your nerves. But even then, you couldn't resist his cuteness. You just kissed him, pouting, and he laughed softly, putting a hand underneath his head and closing his eyes, resting on your thighs, and feeling like he was just floating up to heaven. Meanwhile, you just wondered when you were going to finish that work. Surely not anytime soon, considering how things are going. Arlecchino. Usually she was the one holding you, not the other way around. And that is precisely why this was so surprising. Not because she was being affectionate, because she always was. With you, at least. It was the whole suddenness of this and the fact that she was not one to feel that she wanted to be cuddled most of the time. And yet, she was being vulnerable with you right now. As you sat down, you watched her as you took off her jacket and came down to lay next to you on the couch. Except she was laying her head on your thighs, smiling. I missed you. You did? You've been working very hard, Arlie. I missed you too. I don't know why you would think otherwise. Of course I would miss you, but right now, I'm rather exhausted. If you could, would you hold me? Just for a little bit. I need to rest. You nodded, holding her gently and caressing her back, a hand on her hair as she let out a soft sigh. She was exhausted, and right now, only just now, was she finally letting herself relax, the tension leaving her body and her thoughts as well. Her mind completely empty of anything that she needed to worry about. Just you in there, you and your warmth and your touch, and the feeling of being in your arms. And just minutes later, she fell asleep, getting a rare feeling of peace that only you could grant. Scaramouche. Scaramouche is more hesitant of anything. He's someone who can take some time to feel a little bit more comfortable with someone, at least comfortable enough to do this. And that's precisely why it was very strange to see it happen. The way that he just came out of nowhere. And now he was resting his head on your thighs. Not that you minded. It absolutely felt like heaven. And you were smiling, even if blushing a little bit. Scaramouche? What are you doing? He does not respond, blushing. And that's when you let out a soft laugh. Come on, there's no reason to be shy. You can be honest with me, you say. And he is quite hesitant, because he is shy, and it's nothing he can stop about himself. They find it very difficult to be vulnerable, and that's why this is all taking some time. But when he just looks at you and holds your hand, he whispers, I just wanted to be with you for a while, if you don't mind. Of course I don't. I never would. Now, do you want to stay like this for a while? I wouldn't mind. He nodded and you smiled softly, letting your hands run through his hair, and deciding to just sit with him while he needed this rest. Being with him and being able to make him happy, it was something that you knew you would always treasure, and you would always do your best to ensure that it happens. Usually he's not comfortable enough to do this. So, since he made this important step forward, then by all means you are going to encourage that. So you just held him, letting him rest his head on your thighs, and humming softly, watching as he fell asleep. Lenny Lenny had just come home after a performance and he was rather tired. So now all he needed was your love and some rest because he was very tired. So, of course, what better way to have all of that than by just curling up on the couch and resting his head on your lap, watching your stunned expression and laughing softly. What's wrong, Ryan? Do you want me to get up? No, that's not what I said. I'm just observing, I guess. I didn't expect this from you. Why not? You wouldn't want me to do that? No, I do. That's not what I said. I'm only saying that it was kind of sudden. Besides, you barely even said a word since coming home. No wonder that I have some things to say for you. You just come home and decide to lay on my lap like it's nothing? Not even saying hello? Well, I'm sorry, darling. Hello. How are you now? I'm perfectly fine. Just wondering what's wrong with my boyfriend. Your boyfriend's a little bit tired. That's why. But don't worry about him, he says. Then you find yourself laughing softly, shaking your head. You're not too worried. You know he must be tired due to the performance, as he has a lot to do, and now he's quite popular too. Alright, just rest well, Lenny. And next time, at least say hello before curling up on my lap, okay? He nods, kissing your palm and closing his eyes, finally starting to rest.